From a humble upbringing in Pompano Beach, Florida, to shattering records as the Baltimore Ravens' dynamic quarterback, Lamar Jackson's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. A Heisman Trophy winner at Louisville and the youngest quarterback to start an NFL playoff game, Jackson has redefined the dual-threat playstyle. With 2 MVP titles, countless records, and an unparalleled legacy in rushing and passing, Jackson's career is a testament to perseverance and innovation. Join us as we explore the life of a football prodigy who turned his childhood dreams into a historic NFL career. Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr., born January 7, 1997, is an American professional football quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens in the National Football League, NFL. He played college football for the Louisville Cardinals, where he won the Heisman Trophy in 2016, and was selected by the Ravens as the final pick in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft. Initially intended to be a backup in his rookie season, Jackson became the Ravens' starting quarterback after Joe Flacco was injured. He led the team to a division title and became the youngest NFL quarterback to start a playoff game at age 21. Renowned for his dual-threat playstyle, Jackson led the NFL in touchdown passes in 2019 and set a single-season record for rushing yards by a quarterback. That year, he became the second unanimous NFL Most Valuable Player (MVP) and the fourth black quarterback to win the award. Jackson later became the first quarterback to achieve multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons and guided the Ravens to a third consecutive playoff appearance. In 2023, he led the Ravens to the conference's top seed and earned his second NFL MVP award, while taking the team to its first AFC Championship game since 2012. Jackson is the only quarterback in NFL history with 4 perfect passer rating games, with at least 15 passing attempts. In 2024, he set numerous career highs in passing and became the all-time leader in quarterback rushing yards. Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr. was born on January 7, 1997, to Felicia Jones and Lamar Jackson Sr. He was raised in an economically distressed neighborhood in Pompano Beach, Florida. His father passed away from a heart attack on the same day his grandmother died in 2005, leaving Jackson, his younger brother, and 2 younger sisters to be raised by their mother. Jackson attended public schools and played Pop Warner football in the same Florida league as future teammate Marquise Brown. By the age of 8, he could throw a football 20 yards. At age 11, he led his team to victory in the South Florida FYFL Super Bowl, playing as the starting quarterback, safety, and place kicker for the Northwest Broward Raiders. Jackson threw 2 touchdowns and kicked the extra points to secure a 14-6 win over the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes, who had been reigning champions. Lamar Jackson began his high school football career relatively late, not joining a team until his junior year. He attended Santa Luce's Community High School for his first 2 years before transferring to Boynton Beach High School in Boynton Beach, Florida. At Boynton Beach, Jackson excelled as a read option quarterback, showcasing his ability to both run and pass effectively. He improved his passing accuracy and decision-making through extensive film study. Over 2 seasons, Jackson threw for 2,263 yards and 31 touchdowns with 9 interceptions, ran for 1,624 yards and 22 touchdowns, and achieved a quarterback rating of 102.7. One of his touchdown highlights against Village Academy went viral, capturing his ability to evade defenders with agility and poise. His final high school game was against nationally ranked Miami Central High School in the 2014 Florida 6A playoffs, where Boynton Beach lost 49-6, and Jackson threw 2 interceptions. Additionally, he competed in track, recording a personal best of 11.45 seconds in the 100-meter dash. In 2014, Jackson was named the Lou Groza Palm Beach County High School Player of the Year. Rated as a 3- or 4-star recruit, Jackson ultimately chose the University of Louisville, where coach Bobby Petrino assured he would play quarterback exclusively. As a freshman at Louisville in 2015, communications major Lamar Jackson played in 12 games, starting 8 in the Cardinals' 8-5 season. One of his starts was the season opener against number 6 Auburn, where Jackson threw an interception on the first play. Despite rushing for 106 yards, Louisville lost 31-24. Over the season, Jackson completed 135 of 247 passes for 1,840 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, while also rushing for 960 yards and 11 touchdowns. He was named MVP of the 2015 Music City Bowl, passing for 227 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushing for a bowl record 226 yards and 2 scores. In 2016, Jackson opened his sophomore season by setting a school record with 8 total touchdowns in the first half against Charlotte. Against Syracuse, he accounted for 610 total yards and 5 touchdowns, including a highlight reel hurdle into the end zone. In a 63-20 victory over number 2 Florida State, he tallied 362 total yards and 5 touchdowns, making him the Heisman favorite. Jackson finished the season with 3,543 passing yards, 30 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 1,571 rushing yards, and 21 rushing touchdowns, winning the Heisman Trophy and becoming Louisville's first recipient and the youngest winner ever at age 19. In 2017, Jackson built on his success, earning a second Heisman finalist nod. He finished the season with 3,660 passing yards, 27 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 1,601 rushing yards, and 18 rushing touchdowns. Jackson was named the ACC Men's Athlete of the Year, capping off another outstanding season. On January 5, 2018, Lamar Jackson declared for the NFL Draft, determined to play quarterback despite suggestions to switch to wide receiver. At the NFL Combine, he focused on passing instead of running drills. The Baltimore Ravens traded up to select him 32nd overall, making Jackson the 5th quarterback chosen. He signed a $9.47 million rookie contract on June 5, 2018. Jackson debuted in a Week 1 win against the Bills and scored his first NFL touchdown in Week 7. He became the Ravens starter in Week 11, setting a franchise record with 117 rushing yards. Jackson led Baltimore to a 6-1 finish, clinching the AFC North, and ended the season with 1,201 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 695 rushing yards, and 5 rushing scores. At 21, he became the youngest quarterback to start an NFL playoff game, rallying the Ravens late in a wild-card loss to the Chargers. Following the season, the Ravens revamped their offense to suit Jackson's skills, overhauling the playbook, terminology, and roster to complement his dual-threat abilities. This marked the beginning of Baltimore's commitment to building its team around Jackson's unique talents. During the season-opening 59-10 win over the Dolphins, Lamar Jackson threw for 324 yards and 5 touchdowns, achieving a perfect passer rating and becoming the youngest quarterback to do so. He earned AFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. Against the Cardinals, he threw for 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, and rushed for 120 yards, becoming the first player in NFL history with over 250 passing and 120 rushing yards in a game. Jackson set a Ravens record with 7 rushing games exceeding 60 yards, highlighted by 152 rushing yards against the Bengals, breaking NFL milestones for quarterbacks. Jackson's performances earned him multiple AFC Offensive Player of the Week awards, including a perfect passer rating against the Bengals and 5 touchdowns in a victory over the Rams. He was named AFC Player of the Month in November and set a single-season rushing record for quarterbacks, surpassing Michael Vick. In the playoffs, Jackson became the first player to pass for 300-plus yards and rush for 100-plus yards in a game during a divisional round loss to the Titans. He rebounded in the 2020 season, achieving milestones like being the fastest to reach 5,000 passing and 2,000 rushing yards. Jackson also became the first quarterback with multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Despite injuries cutting short his 2021 campaign, Jackson delivered standout performances, including a career-high 442 passing yards against the Colts. He was named to his second Pro Bowl and continued setting NFL records as a dual-threat quarterback. Jackson declined a contract extension, aiming to improve and secure a higher payout. In a Week 2 loss to the Dolphins, he threw for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns, rushed for 119 yards and a score, and broke Michael Vick's record for most 100-yard rushing games by a quarterback. By the end of the first month of the 2022 season, Jackson led the league in quarterback rating, 119.0, and passing touchdowns, 10, earning AFC Offensive Player of the Month honors. However, he suffered his first NFC loss in Week 6 against the Giants. In Week 13, Jackson sprained his PCL and missed 5 regular season games. He was ruled out of the wild card round against the Bengals. In 2023, the Ravens placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on Jackson. After a brief stalemate, he signed a 5-year, $260 million deal, becoming the highest-paid player in NFL history. Highlights of his season included setting a new career high in passing stats, winning his second MVP, and breaking Michael Vick's record for career rushing yards by a quarterback. Jackson led the Ravens to a second consecutive AFC North title and became the first player in NFL history to record over 4,000 passing yards and 900 rushing yards in a single season. In 2019, Lamar Jackson appeared on ABC's Celebrity Family Feud and became the fastest quarterback in Madden NFL history with a character speed of 96. He was also the cover athlete for Madden NFL 21. That year, Pope Francis received a signed Lamar Jackson Ravens jersey. In February 2020, BET Digital recognized Jackson as one of 40 inspiring and innovative African-American vanguards. Jackson launched his sportswear line, Era 8 Apparel, in 2018. In 2020, he filed a federal lawsuit against Amazon for unauthorized use of his name and likeness. He also signed an endorsement deal with Oakley Incorporated. In 2022, Jackson purchased a soul food restaurant in Florida, renaming it Play Action Soul Food and more. Later that year, he was the cover star of NFL Pro Era, the first VR NFL game, and its sequel, NFL Pro Era 2, released in 2023. Jackson is a Christian. He has a daughter named Milan, whom he affectionately calls Lonnie. He resides in Owings Mills, Maryland, near the Ravens training complex, living with his mother and siblings. Trayvon Mullen and Tiawan Mullen are his first cousins on his mother's side, while Adore Jackson is his first cousin once removed. Another cousin is Washington Commanders cornerback James Pierre. Growing up, Jackson admired Michael Vick, who inspired him to develop his dual-threat style of play as a quarterback. From overcoming adversity to becoming one of the NFL's most electrifying quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson's story is a powerful reminder of the impact of hard work, resilience, and passion. Whether it's breaking records, winning MVPs, or inspiring the next generation of athletes, Jackson continues to leave his mark on the game. As we wrap up his journey, one thing is clear: Lamar Jackson's legacy is far from over, and his best is yet to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible athlete stories.